Hi, my name is Jack the Instructor. You're about to experience one of the most effective training tools to help you use social media to find more candidates. Using search engines with LinkedIn. Using external search engines with LinkedIn is going to give you access to thousands and thousands more prospects and potential candidates, and you're even going to learn how to connect with candidates who have zero connections, candidates you would never find using any of LinkedIn's internal search engine tools. So let's start by visiting Google. The first thing we want to type in is site:/www.linkedin.com. This immediately pulls up all the pages that Google has listed for LinkedIn. 118 million pages Google has indexed, all within LinkedIn's website. Now we want to narrow down those results a little bit more, but as you can see, we're already getting people's profiles. So we know that the search is working and that Google actually indexes every single time a person joins LinkedIn and clicks public next to their profile. Any external search engine can find it. So we start by searching for accountants. We type in the word accountant. As you can see, we're getting a few profiles, but we're also getting a lot of jobs, a lot of groups, and a lot of companies. So we type in negative in URL jobs to remove any URL that has the word jobs included. Whoops, I forgot to type in the negative. Let's add the negative and redo the search. And there you go, we have all the jobs removed. And now we just see a mix of people's profiles, but we also are still seeing groups, so that's what we want to remove next. Because we're not looking for accountant groups, we're actually looking for real potential candidates. So we type in negative in URL :groups with no spaces, and now we've removed every group listing from our results. Now it's a lot better. We're still getting some companies though. So what we actually type is negative in URL company. And now we're starting to refine our search a little more to where we're starting to get exactly what we're looking for. We still have a couple of things in the way, but we are starting to get accountants that we're looking for. The last thing we want to do is actually remove our search term from the URL, because we don't want to find community groups and we don't want to find groupings of profiles. We want to find the actual profiles. So we type in negative in URL accountants. And now look, all of our results are accountants, and they're exactly what we're looking for. Mary Powell, Deb Noor, Patricia, Joel D. Piper, all these results are accountants on LinkedIn. Let's take a look at Mary Powell's account. We can see now that she's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She's an accountant. We can see everywhere she's worked. We can also see all the groups she's a member of. If we join any of these groups, her profile will start to appear in our searches because that's considered within 3 degrees of separation within LinkedIn. And as you can see, I'm not even signed into LinkedIn right now, and I have her full name. And I can also see where she works, and I can see her past employment and where she studied. With all this information, I can connect with her using all the tools discussed in the Connecting with Candidates section. Now we want to be more specific. Again, we're looking for an accountant in San Diego, so let's just add San Diego to our search. And immediately we have all the people who use the word San Diego inside of their profile. We have people who haven't made their profiles public, we still get all their information, but we also have a ton of people As you can see, this accountant has 0 connections. This is someone we would never be able to connect with. But now we know the groups they're in, so we can still get access to even somebody with 0 connections using our external search techniques. Now we have a CPA in the San Diego area. We know where he's worked. We know all of his specialties to see if he's the right fit for the job we have. We can also see all the groups he's a member of. So there's tons of ways of connecting with someone who's actually a bit more active on LinkedIn. So whether someone has 0 connections or 298 connections, we can reach them. The next thing we want to do is use Yahoo and see that Yahoo actually gives us a different set of results. Because Yahoo doesn't index the same way Google does, so it's really good to use both to kind of get access to do different sets of candidates. And we kind of need to do the same thing. We've done site, LinkedIn, negative in URL groups. What's nice about Yahoo is that it also mixes in pictures of the people who have profiles with pictures on them. We can also take a look at one of the candidates who already pops up on the first page, Waleed Khan. We can see he's an accountant, we see his image, we see that he's in Toronto, We can see where he studied, we can see all of his history, his whole resume, and also the groups he's a member of. This information is great for finding out if he's the candidate we're looking for. But again, let's specify down to San Diego and see who comes up. Now we have different results, which is great. We have access to a whole different group of people. But we still have too much information, so we want to type in negative in URL answers to remove all the LinkedIn answers from results. So now let's look at Kellen C. Gill. As you can see, he's an accountant in Greater San Diego area. We can see where he went to school, we can see the current position, we can see the area he lives in. We even have access to the company website if you want to connect with him that way. Again, all the groups he's a member of means we could actually make him a member of our LinkedIn network. And what's really interesting is we can see what he's interested in. He's interested in career opportunities and expertise requests. And we're going to dig in more into the value of expertise requests in a later lesson, but just keep in mind that those are really important and really valuable for advancing your searches. So we can actually do a search, just add the word expertise, and now we have accountants in San Diego who are interested in contract work because they consider themselves to be experts. Anyone who lists expertise requests in their profile is someone who is interested in the contract work. As you can see, Jennifer Montanano is interested in exactly that, and so we can connect with her that way. And there's tons of people in the San Diego area who are all accountants, all interested in contract work. So you can use them to find exactly what you're looking for and find a candidate that meets your need. Using external search engines, you can really get access to a lot more areas of LinkedIn.